Ladies and gentlemen,
Mesdames et messieurs,
welcome this evening to the Meteorics team, represented by Dojoe.
hello. And to my left is the beautiful D-Fox you all love. I think.
Obviously.
Hello, Shana. What are you doing here?
The pandemic has been good to me, obviously.
Very.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you here on stage.
I'm glad to have you here on stage and all of us.
We are glad to have each other here on stage. And I'm also glad and very thankful for Mountain Bites for hosting us here tonight. Thank you. And also, you will undoubtedly have noticed that our visual style has changed a little bit. And first and foremost, before we even get started, I would like to thank very much Pixter of Still and Higher Than of Sleigh Bells for the beautiful music and the amazing visuals they stumped together in like a month. I gave them essentially no advance warning at all, and they delivered. Thank you so much. Amazing. Great work. And with that,
we go over to the Meteorics. Most of you should be aware, the Meteorics have been held since 2015 as a successor to the Scene.org Awards. So we started the call for jurors in late 2022. We actually had 30 people that signed up for it.
I have to make this hand gesture again. Thank you for volunteering to become jurors year after year, again. We can't do this without you.
And not just that, but also the new jurors that joined the group, which is always amazing to see. Don't be scared. Yes, you don't have to have done it for 10 years. No, you don't have to have won 5 Meteorics so far.
Absolutely not.
You just have to love demos and watch a lot of them.
Yeah, an opinion helps too.
An opinion, yeah, on things.
Right. And then, once we were done, about the turn of the century. Holy crap, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
About the turn of the year, January 1, we essentially get started really early on because we wanted to get everything done for today. And our jurors, we formed juries. We decided about the categories that we wanted to have. And our jurors essentially joined juries as they pleased, as their interests lay. And we ended up with about 5 jurors per jury. And they got to work. We've had how many prods in the last year?
Over 2,000. Actually, it's been more than 2,000 productions that were reviewed just for the Meteorics.
Yes. And I think that is something that is very important to me because people still sometimes talk about the Meteorics and then use the term voting. And that's not what we do.
Yeah.
What we do is we actually literally look at all freaking productions of 2022 and we try to find the ones that really strike the right balance in terms of design or music or essentially are good fit for their category. And I like to talk about the hidden gems in the demo scene. And year after year, we have nominees that come from they're like the usual suspects. Compo winners, party winners, crowd favorites. But we always also have some real surprises in the lineup. So I'm really excited to present part of the result of our work tonight because you're going to be surprised as well, I'm pretty sure. And yeah.
You want to start with the first?
Yes,
Yep.
I think I would like to start. Thank you. It has been a tremendous amount of work so far. And I think the jurors are ready. I'm just going to thank you again, because so far it's been a blast working with all of you and with getting ready for this show and with seeing how you all discussed among one another, how you pick productions, how you organized all the watching duty. I mean, watching through over 2,000 prods, it's no small feat. And it's been a tremendous amount of work. You've all been very self-driven. You've all been very nicely organized. I did not have to prod people a lot. You just went and did the thing, and I am insanely grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Good point for applause, always for the jurors.
With that out of the way, let's get started with our first category, which is, all together now, New Talent. Come on, next time.
You get the cue cards as well then next time.
I'm grading you next time. Come on, it's always new talent. We try, yes, it literally always has been since 2015, you get a 6. And it's always the category where you try to sift through all the productions of 2022, not every year 2022, the last year always, but it's kind of obvious. And we try to find prods by people who've made their first real big splash in the demo scene. That's mostly people who are absolute newcomers who released their first really interesting prod, or really first prod ever in the past year, or people who had been active in the scene before but weren't really noticed that much, and then in 2022 they had their big breakthrough, their big first splash that they made. And with that out of the way, let us take a look at who made the biggest splash in 2022. Let's see him. I'm excited.
Nominees for New Talent. Eyewear for the graphics in return. $61Q0 for 7 days. Dean the Coder for Revised Reality. Armageddon 421 for Inside a Laser. And Xi for PAX.
Well,
Congratulations, everyone.
congratulations.
Those were some very interesting new additions.
There are, for sure.
Anything that struck you as especially interesting?
Pointing out Xi, I have to admit I had to stalk most people again, but it was very interesting to see how Xi went actually from TIC 80 in the previous year and in 2021, how they started venturing into 4K, and I even saw a C64 release there.
Nice.
So you always see people, especially starting from the fantasy consoles and from these areas, you see them starting then out into more and more ventures and more platforms that they can explore.
Which is a great opportunity to kind of go and do a really big shout out to Lovebite Demo Party.
And the Nano Awards, yes.
And the Nano Awards, who are doing a great deal of things. And probably also, Field FX are also doing a lot of TIC 80 byte battles and Pico 8 byte battles. And I think that is really, really, really bringing a lot of new talent into the scene. I mean, case in point, right?
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity for outreach. So,
Thank you.
Gasman here, so many others. Thank you so much for doing all that outreach and obviously bringing in new people.
Yeah, pretty cool. Thank you. And I'm really happy also to see Armageddon 421 in the lineup because, long story short, he's an old friend of mine from my old hackerspace in Stuttgart, and he was always interested in the demo scene, but he never came. And then eventually, through another friend who slowly made his way into the demo scene at Zenta, that was his first demo party ever.
That's amazing.
He just got there as a friend of Dritters. And then there was this fast compo of drastic.net, where people were supposed to do something real quick in cables. And I went up to him and said, "Hey, Robert, how about doing cables? What do you think?" He was like, "Cables? I have no idea what that is." Let me take a look at it. And then he goes and wins the compo.
Well, you see.
That's the type of guy he is, and I am looking forward to more from him.
Yeah, and that's also, again, the other part of outreach that we all can do, right? Bring friends along.
Yes.
And thank you all for doing this.
Sometimes it even works.
Okay.
Right. What's next, Anna?
Yeah, I'll move on to the next category, and I'll make it quick because
I take all the time babbling, I know.
Someone's talking a lot. Good. So we are talking about the category that never says, actually, "Oh, that reminds me of that other production I've seen before." We are talking about best concept. So this is really the area where we get to new ideas, where we see completely fresh approaches, and something that really took us by surprise in their concepts, and is really different from what we usually tend to see in our competitions.
Yes. Expanding the demo scene's aesthetic vocabulary is something that nobody said.
We are on a clock. Thank you.
All right.
Let's look.
Roll the tape.
The nominees for Outstanding Concept. 420 Years of Teletext by Attention Whore.
Nézd meg te is!
Hé, nyugi, nem tudom mi ez, de vidd el innen.
Polygon by KP. Seven Days by 61Q0. Tides by Blinry and Winnihell. And E22 by FCK.
Go again.
There we are.
This will take a couple of times at attempts.
So, most importantly, congratulations to our nominees. Well deserved.
Congratulations.
Pretty great.
And because we didn't mention them in the last in the last nomination, so we already have our first case of 2 nominations, and that's 61Q0
For 7 days.
for 7 days. What a splash to come landing into
Pretty
the
awesome.
demo scene.
Congratulations.
And it's amazing. I mean, also there are the work. It just draws you in. You will see it later in the demo show.
Yes. There's so much interesting and unusual new stuff in there. Likewise, I mean, the Meteorics gave me a chance to kind of review a lot of the prods I had missed over 2022. And when I come across E22, I was like, what the fuck is happening to my brain right now? It's an engine demo, it's a 3D engine, yada, 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 but what they did there and the way they pulled it off and the way that skull stared into my eyes,
Yeah.
that was something different. So
You don't watch
wow.
it at home with the kids, yeah.
Yes, I watched that, and I went right ahead and told every other jury, you have to watch this. And they did.
Yeah.
And some of them actually nominated it, and I'm happy.
And there we go.
Yeah, because it's special.
Next category, you want to take that one?
Yes, let me take that. Best executable graphics is a little bit of an outlier category because usually we nominate productions or people in the case of new talent. In this case, we nominate pure graphics because we've had such a huge influx of executable graphics over the past 3 or 4 years. We figured we can't not have a category about it. And so every time we set out to find the most amazing things people do within 4K, rendering a still image in full HD, or sometimes even more. So let's see who rendered the prettiest pixels this time.
The nominees for Best Executable Graphics. Anima by Dreamweb. Dissecting the Scene Syndrome by 7. Dreamtime Return by Nobby. Is This Your Card by YX. And Orders of Magnitude by P. Malin.
Congratulations!
Yeah, those are our nominations for 2023. So what do you think?
Hey, P. Malin. I remember last year you and me were joking about, we see you next year in the other categories because actually you were one of the nominees for new talent. So that's what we call a pipeline.
Yeah, there we go. Fantastic work, and I hope we see more of you again in the future. And what I really loved to see was Anima, because it's a freaking Amiga prod. I mean, usually, it has been customary in the past that all the nominated executable graphics in the Meteorics had been PC prods because of their visual bling and all. And this time, an Amiga prod making it into the nominations. I really, really liked to see that because, as I say, we don't just look at the bling, we also look at the prod in the context of what's possible on the platform. And for an Amiga prod, it's pretty, I guess, pretty cool. I don't know too much about Amiga specs, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm going to leave now. Bye.
Well,
That's nice.
then there's this lucky moment that we're going to the next category. And
Oh, yes, please.
phew! So coincidentally, I now pulled best old school to moderate, so you can do the best mid school. Good luck.
Oh, I can
You
talk
get
about
the-
Amiga specs.
Yes, exactly. So, but first we get to best old school. Now, dear compo augers, I want to hear you screaming very loudly about all the good productions that we had out there this year on an 8-bit bus or, yeah, well, or lower, right?
I've had one person approach me today, be like, "Hey, you're the Meteorix guy, aren't you?" Yeah. What about it? Yeah. Are there in the old school? Are there any C64 prods in there?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out, huh?
I guess we'll find out. Will there be C64? What do you think? Yeah. Okay.
Ja.
Good. Then let's have a look. Amiga, genau.
We'll find out.
Cheers.
See you in a bit.
The nominees for Best Old School Production. Area 5150 by CRTC and Hornet. Back to the Pets by Shiru. Asira by Arise. Flycats by KK of Voltaire. And Skybox by Extend.
There we go.
Congratulations again to our next nominees. Area 5150. I mean, we were there at Evoke.
Yes.
And the hall was burning, right, when this was shown.
Yeah.
Everyone was in shock and awe.
Yeah.
8088. Don't ever say that a sequel can't be really, really good.
Yeah, and they just put one up onto 8088 MPH.
Yep.
Which was, I think, released at Revision, wasn't it? Years back.
Saga
says yes.
Saga
it's
says
official.
yes. So, fact checker.
And I loved Flycat because it is not only a great old school production, but it's also technically really, really amazing because it runs on a freaking VCS. Like, that's the lowest end game console you can pretty much think of. And KK didn't just squeeze really, really great graphics out of that console. He also managed to build a soundtrack that doesn't sound like VCS at all. And that's just amazing to me. I don't know how he does it. And mad props.
Thank you so much.
And with that out of the way, I think I can speak about Amiga specs now, right?
Yes, that's your moment.
Okay.
That's also your cue. What do we yell? Oh, Saga.
Almost! Yeah. We have the best mids. Finally, someone does it!
Don't forget Atari.
And we don't forget Atari.
And all the other mid-school platforms that we are considering, because there's a lot more than just Amiga. And I love how last year how last year we introduced the mid-school category because we said, oh shit, Amiga is stealing everybody else's lunch. We have to break them out into their own category to kind of make room for the others. Then what happens? An Atari prod comes in and wins the freaking category.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Well, the Atari crowd was strong this year. So
We'll see. We will see Atari, now that I look at my little
Don't tell people. They don't know yet.
I don't think I see Amiga in here.
Let's see if there's Amiga.
Maybe I'm just blind. Shh. Don't tell him.
The nominees for Best Mid-School Production: Batman Rises by Batman Group, Asynchronous by Desire, Done by Abyss, The Fucking Complex Art of Profanity by SMFX and Dead Hacker Society, and Block Rocking Cubes by Rift.
Congratulations. And instead of saying my very obvious personal pick, I instead do a little administrative part by telling you the actual platforms, because I don't think they were in the video. So, yes, Batman Group, obviously, Amiga. We had Acorn Archimedes this year.
Really great. That's a platform you don't see a lot of demos for, and one of them just made a nomination. Cool.
Asynchronous. Congratulations. We had a 64K for the Amiga OCS, done by Abyss.
And I love the Abyss style. Please keep making prods like this. They make me so happy.
We had, again, Atari.
Atari!
From the SMFX and Dead Hacker Society crowd. So I can't say the word anymore. The effing complex art of profanity.
All right.
Yeah.
The art of swearing.
Of course, Block Rockin' Cubes was at the Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah.
Finally, a platform even I remember. Sorry, I had to do that one.
So what's next?
So we go over to Best Soundtrack, and my God, yeah, some of them have been actually playing on my work or relaxation playlist all year long, ever since they have been released. Yes, we all know the secret. A good demo is made by its soundtrack, and sometimes likes to be. So let's see whom of the musicians actually elevated productions to the next level.
Yeah. Let's give him a listen.
Nominees for Best Soundtrack: Bayolia by Mad Wizards, Miyagi by Futurists. Sulcus by Bitbenders. Raw by Netro. And Return by Caladogs and Rebels.
What lovely tunes. Congratulations.
And so, yeah, I have to say something about the soundtrack of Raw, because not only did Netro make everything just by himself, the graphics, the programming, the visuals, the modeling, the idea, the direction, he also composed the entire soundtrack, and it's really, really well produced. One of our jurors compared him to Niels Frahm, which is very, as I get it, very artsy.
Up there.
Right up there with the best of them. And it's one of the best examples for what we're looking for in this category, because what it does is it wouldn't kind of stand just by itself, but when you put it onto this demo, it fits like a glove. And it's the perfect soundtrack for that demo. You couldn't have that demo without the soundtrack, and vice versa. And that is something we really, really appreciate in this category.
Same, it's so tough to even... No, you took Netro away, so what am I even going to talk about? Because obviously, I'm a huge fan of Gloom and Alkamar's work for many, many years, but the same, my God, Sulcus.
Chase's work? What do you think?
Yeah, oh my God, I mean, all of them, it's just amazing how it really draws you in and takes you to a different place. And no, it's absolutely amazing. I would say, obviously, the big moment that gave me a lot of goosebumps was Miyagi last year. Fantastic production, and that the music didn't go too much then also with the ending theme of the demo, and could have been, you know, more emotional, in a yeah, more emotional. I hope you understand in a different way than it was.
Yeah, but still, I think it fit the demo and the visual style.
Yeah,
it fit that very well.
Yeah.
And I mean, just by itself, as someone likes to put it, using Gloom for soundtrack is essentially cheating.
Okay, then you want to...
So, yeah, let's see. Next category. After we saw some really amazing old school productions, where I also already hinted at how, wow, they did something on that platform that wasn't deemed possible before, we get to a category that used to be named That's Not Possible on this platform, and in spirit, that's still what it is. We call it Outstanding Technical Achievement, and we're looking for prods that go way beyond what was thought possible on a given system, on a given mostly old school platform, and takes it to new levels year by year.
Well, fair enough. That's the place where obviously you can have technical achievements.
And I mean, that is one of the core tenets of the demo scene. Don't accept the limitations that have been burdened on you. Look for ways to break the boundaries, and that's what these people are going to do. So
let's have a look.
Let's see.
Nominees for Outstanding Technical Achievements: Area 5150 by CRTC and Hornet. Batman Rises by Batman Group. Scroller by Physic. Transactor by Plush and Rabenauge. And Unified by New Generation and Zilax.
There we go.
Nice, nice, nice.
What a year.
Those were some boundaries broken.
Yes, certainly.
And you have your favorite, you told me.
I didn't want to tell my favorite, right? Of course, everyone loved Batman Rises. Did everyone love Batman Rises this year? I have to admit, I haven't been the biggest Amiga girl, but I'm afraid over those past couple of years, what we've seen, this is changing. Not just afraid, but happy about it.
Yes.
So, no, amazing work.
Yeah, and about the boundary breaking, we have Scroller by Physic. And it's just a few pictures that are scrolling upwards. What's the fucking deal? Until you realize that it's on a spectrum. And nobody had ever done smooth, y-direction scrolling on a spectrum before. And these people just pulled it off. And when this was shown at, I think this was Cafe Party, wasn't it, Gassman?
Oh.
Oh, come on, you've got encyclopedic knowledge of the demos in your brain. How do you have to look it up? I think it was... I'm not so sure myself anymore. Either way...
But also saying Transactor, new graphics mode.
Yes.
So, I mean, all of them. This was quite the year.
And about Scroller, when it was shown at the party, it was released at, the crowd went absolutely batshit crazy because they were all specky people and they knew of this limitation that no longer existed. So yeah, that's what this category is about. Yeah. And that's a deserved nomination. Next up, Beauty.
Yeah, just visuals, glee, all the wonders, right, that make a good evening production great.
Yes.
So let's see which of the productions this year dazzled us with best visuals.
Prettiest pixels.
The nominees for Best Visuals. Return by Caladox and Rebels. El Gore by Alte Avaz. Secluded by Altair. Let This Darkness Be by Sleigh Bells. and Stahlbeton by LJ and Virgil.
Congratulations!
Well deserved. Those were some pretty pixels, but didn't we just talk about beauty?
Gory beauty.
There's beauty in those pixels too.
Rendering is pretty, and it has teeth, and it's
Holy crap!
pulsing.
I mean, most
beauty
of all,
comes from the inside.
well, if that's not inside, then I don't know what is.
This is a very inside intro, yeah.
I loved Let This Darkness Be.
Yeah.
That is so glittery and so beautiful made. And only when you look at it for the second time, or the third, or the fourth, you really realize how much work, first of all, because it's just such a consistent art style. You think, well, this is only one effect just shown over and over, and then you look at it again and again, and you realize, no, it's not. It's all different. It's so beautiful. Very well deserved.
Congratulations.
And that takes us to
More pretty. More.
high-end intro.
Yes, we're at intros.
That's gonna be fun.
So, maximum of 64 KB.
64 KBs. That's
All
a
of
lot.
them, all of them, yeah. Troublesome. So, yeah, let's see what people can do.
In 64K or smaller.
Or even
and
smaller.
I can give you a spoiler. We're gonna see smaller.
We're gonna see smaller.
Let's see.
The nominees for Best High-End Intro. Astrea's Project by LJ and Virgil. Astrophage by Logicoma. Just Simple Tube Amplifier by Fox. Pullback Effect by Latitude Independent Association. And Stahlbeton by LJ and Virgil.
And there we go. Intros big and small.
Congratulations.
None larger than 64.
Yes. So, Dojoe, how does an e-guitar sound at only 34 kilobytes?
Well, like that, I guess.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's some top-notch work right there. I mean, I don't know how he put the audio into 32K, let alone the visuals.
But it's just a simple tube amplifier.
Well, everyone could do that. Huh?
Just a simple one. So, amazing.
And LJ and Virgil, if you're watching, mad props. I mean, 2 nominations in 1 category, and so far, 3 in total.
1 for the price of 2, in the best case scenario.
1 category for the price
Yeah,
of
well,
2
they
demos?
did 2 2 releases and only could get 1 trophy. So,
Oh, that stinks.
well,
Next year, only make 1 prod, but make it really good. That will be the best bang for the buck.
they are also nominated for Best Visuals anyway, so perhaps they even get 2. Who knows?
If it were for me, they could reap all the trophies because I love what they do. They're such a dream team.
Yeah.
I love you guys. So what's next?
Best Direction, as I've been told by...
It's left.
Huh?
That's the best direction.
Is it? Don't you think right is okay too, or straight?
I'm a lefty,
Straight?
I have to think that.
Okay. Now, in general, as I've been educated over and over the last couple of weeks, direction is not just about the camera, especially
It's not?
the camera doesn't even really exist.
Huh.
Overall
something I just learned.
consistency, not just the camera work, really which demo, which production draws you in, tells a story not just by visuals and by soundtrack, but goes even further and gives you a feeling and portrays a feeling that it wants to bring to you. So that's Best Direction. Always a very...
It's all about the stuff that you don't see.
Yeah.
Stuff that happens in your head.
Exactly. This as well. Then, let's have a look.
We'll see.
The nominees for Best Direction. Let This Darkness Be by Sleigh Bells. Special Military Operation by Epoch. The Tale of the Bluebird and the Dragon by Ninja Dev.
The beast he started to sing. La la di da, la da da.
Polygon by KP. And Pointer by Gaspode.
Congratulations!
Awesome.
Until last time we are saying that. Almost.
Second to last.
Second to last.
Yeah. Great stuff. These things created ideas and feelings
Yeah.
inside me.
It's interesting to see a production that's not real time. I hope I didn't.
I think it is. It's stopping. Sure.
Watching this for a while, and we're like, just at the end. Wait, this isn't real time.
Or it's technically really, really, really advanced.
Yeah. So Polygon, we see this wonderful release by KP, which is all stop motion. And
That's
it's been 2022 and 2023. Del Toro showed us that stop motion isn't dead by any means. So really happy to see it also happening here. Just love it, and I'm just looking forward to then also watching it, obviously, very soon now, in full again here on the big screen.
Yeah, now that it has been revealed as a nominee, I have to confess my undying love for The Tale of the Bluebird and the Dragon, because that is the one demo of 2022 that made me the happiest. And it's just such a lovely, lovely, lovely story. It's so nicely told. The music is so fitting, and it's just so wholesome. I love it. And also, you should read the technical explanation on the Poet thread, because it's not just beautiful, it's not just well-made, it's also technically really, really advanced, and you wouldn't think that looking at it.
Yeah, and the new version
very
of their
interesting
tool
to
is
see.
also available to play with. Renan, get it?
More
Try it out for
tools for
yourself.
playing.
Yeah.
And that
You wanna?
brings us
Come on,
to
it's
the
the
last
final one.
category. All right. So, last category of the night is going to be Best High-End Demo. This is the one where all the limits are just gone.
Through the roof.
And you can do to whatever computer, whatever you like, whatever size you want. And holy crap, do people deliver?
Yes, they do.
So what we're going to see now is what people can do when all the shackles are gone. And I can tell you, it's going to be a feast. Enjoy.
Thank you.
The nominees for Best High-End Demo. Return by Caladogs and Rebels. Radioluminescence by MFX. The Tale of the Bluebird and the Dragon by Ninja Dev. Bayolia by Mad Wizards. The Box by Umlaut Design.
And we say the C word for a last time.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And holy crap, what a show.
Yeah.
That's some display of skill right there. I wouldn't even know what of these 5 to pick out for a special mention. They're all just, I love Biolea, I love Return, I love all of them.
That's why we stand up here, so we don't have to do the actual work.
Yes.
Thanks again to the jurors. Also, big congratulations to Caladogs and Rebels. Return 4 nominations in total.
Holy poop.
So
and
that's
deserved.
our king of nominations this year. And certainly well deserved.
Oh, yeah. And I want to hand out a very special honorable mention to Yuma Lauta for the sheer fucking amount of productions they produced in 2022.
Scene Spirit
Mwah.
Awards. Bring back the Scene Spirit
Well done.
Award to give,
Well
to give it to us.
Well, we've got my darling in there, so I'm happy.
Yeah, same. We had to fight it out. Who can talk about Ninja Dev?
Yes.
So,
yeah,
but
both
we
love
already
that.
did this last time now, so.
Yeah. And holy crap, MFX.
MFX, doing MFX.
You did some, doing MFX things. And so very, very well done. So, I like what you did there.
Absolutely.
Really well deserved.
Yeah.
And I think
By
that's it.
that, I think it's only left to thank especially, do that please, all the nominees and give it to you for saying thank you. And
Yes. So thank you, everyone who was involved so far. Thank you, Shana, for being part of the Meteorix team and for being my lovely co-host tonight.
And thanks to Dojoe.
Thank you to Dirty, who cut all the videos you've seen here.
Last minute.
Very
almost
last
on
minute.
the way
He kind
onto his vacation.
He was done cutting the last video, uploaded them, and then went off into vacation. As you do. Dirty, I know you're
I'm
watching.
sure it works. And
You know what I'm going to say, Dirty? Du bist eine geile Sau.
ja, wir haben dich lieb. Küsschen.
Thank you very much to Defox, our benevolent dictator for life. And thank you very, very much to Ziphoid for the voiceover. The voice of the demo scene, if you will. Definitely the voice of the Meteorics.
And sign.
And a lovely person to be with at all times. Thank you very much, Psykong, sitting up there and running the whole show. And generally, thank you very much to Mountain Bites for having us here. Thanks again to Higher Than of Slybells and Pixter of Still for producing these magnificent visuals and audio. And thanks most of all to our jurors, which I already said, I think 3 times, so I'm going to say it a 4th time. You did most of the work, and you have the hardest decision still ahead of you.
Yeah.
And I don't envy you.
No.
And I'm thankful you're doing it, so I don't have to.
You don't want to get to the ire, right?
No.
No
way I talk
Don't forget
on
the
this stage.
nominees are the winners, right?
Yes.
On that note, so we will start now very soon with the demo show. We are showing all the nominees in full length. A short disclaimer also for everyone watching on the stream, in case you're watching this. We do have people from Ukraine here. It's been a rough year, and obviously a number of the productions address the invasion of Ukraine.
So we essentially
we have
them
decided
last.
to move them last, just in case someone would like to withdraw from this for this evening and just have a good time, that you are warned. So when you watch Altair, I just learned it's not
I would pronounce them Altair.
I don't know. So when you watch Altair, then perhaps if you don't want to get confronted with this, especially if you're joining us tonight
great bar
from
also.
Ukraine or live here in Switzerland at the minute, feel free to grab a drink and chat with us.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all on the stream for watching. Thanks to our nominees again for making the prods, so that we can have this show in the first place. You're what we're doing this for. And we'll see you all again at Revision, Friday at 8. Write it down. It's going to be a test later.
On site, not on a couch.
On a real fucking stage. I am so looking forward to it.
This guy asked me if we can get a couch on this stage, but it had to be red.
And did you deliver?
No.
You did not.
You can get back on your feet now.
I'm going.
See.
Bye.
Have a good evening.